All right, so viewers out there, thank you for joining tonight on People's Parliament. Tonight we are looking at the assassination attempt on His Excellency Mr. Peter B, as well as the breaking news where the alleged suspect has been apprehended by the Department of State Security, the DSS, just this evening. And of course, I'll take you through the ADC membership registration, as well as the ongoing PVC registration. It is on that premise that we are going to have discussion tonight, and I am honored to have you join us tonight on People's Parliament. Princess Licia, you're welcome. And our other participants, I cannot really see your name. All right, while we anticipate the arrival of more guests, Mohamed Idris for a local government area of Niger State has just joined us, and we are going to take a look at the assassination attempt, what went wrong, and the political climate as it regards the ADC, as well as the broader spectrum of the elections as we journey into the 2027 general elections. And of course, other trending socio-political issues across the Federation and the international scene as well. I am your host, Mr. Ako Christian Oche, otherwise known as Due Process. It is my pleasure to host you tonight and welcome you to this interactive session where we are going to look at what went wrong, the events that took place before, during, and the aftermath of the assassination attempt on His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi as we look into 2027. First, there was an unease, right, in the ADC aspiration. Immediately, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi came on board. There had been an unease test in terms of who clinches the tickets. And if you all are observant enough, you see what transpired during the FCT area council elections. A coalition is supposed to have seen all the major actors displaying and engaging themselves in the aspiration of the party, which is the ADC. But what we saw was more like a Peter Obi team, you know. There were a lot of cold feet from the other presidential aspirants. They did not really show ownership of the process. They just left it as, well, it's a Peter Obi thing, so you should sort it out. And you see at the end of the day, such kind of such kind of events or ill fates, bad intentions, or negative ill feelings do not in any way help the broader political base of the ADC. Well, on tonight's welcome everyone that joined this discussion. Let's look at it. First, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi attended a political rally of the ADC in Edo State, right? And he also visited the former governor of Edo State's residence, who incidentally is also the former APC national chairman. And of course, they will have had discussions in reference to 2027, the party politics, the state of the nation, and the need to move Nigeria forward. They would have expectedly have this discussion. And while they were inside having this discussion, having just left the ADC rally in Edo State, there was an attack on the entourage, the vehicles that were parked outside. A blistering of bullets ravaged the vehicles, broken a lot of windscreens, and the rear screens of most of the vehicles were bashed. And it's surprising that in the same residence where His Excellency Mr. Peter we just visited Chief John Oyegu, the former APC national chairman, who now is a member of the APC and a stakeholder for that matter. The same home, the same house that His Excellency was attacked, the same house, a meeting was held barely 72 hours afterwards. And an endorsement was given to Rotimi Amici. If you look at the scene that played out, some people say, it's politics. No, politics must go with compassion. Politics must go with sense of humanity. You don't do such thing and expect not to be backlashed. Everyone that were in attendance that took part in that shenanigans, otherwise referred to as endorsements, has not done any good to humanity because it doesn't speak well. We are trying to shift from the traditional politics in Nigeria to a politics that have human face. And this should not be a time of political contestation. Country Nigeria have to be put in the front burner of decision making, be it party, be it stakeholdership. There has to be the Nigerian first ideology, not just all about self or personal aggrandizement. On this note, I'm throwing open the mic so that you have a discussion on the assassination attempt that we just heard on the news that the guy in question, Mr. Steven, who was accused or found to be traced to the attack against His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi's convoy who parked outside, has been arrested by the DSS. Let's see how far this goes and what unravels. Nigerians are interested. We want to know the reality of his involvement as well as other connection, political figures that may have inspired such attack. We want to know in detail what went wrong. And of course, please feel free to unmute the mic and have a conversation around the topic of the day. You're welcome.
Good evening, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Paul, sir. You're welcome to People's Parliament.
Thank you for having me. I'm really happy that you are providing this platform for this important conversation.
Thank you.
You see, to be honest with you, these people are taking us for a ride simply because they believe that no matter what happens, we will do nothing about it. You know, I remember, if you may recall, it is in the public domain.
Yeah.
The governor of Edo State, without any provocation from our principal, Peter Obi, he came out to issue a threat that his safety will not be guaranteed if he comes to Edo State again without his permission, without seeking his consent. I mean, when he made that threat, no outreach, no tangible outreach from Nigerians. And I'm sure that is why he went further. He took it a step further to fulfill the boast. He boasted that if he comes, whatever he sees, he should take it. You know, so is it not safe to say that this is this is one of the whatever he sees?
You seem to be breaking up.
Okay, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. We lost touch at some point. You can go on now.
Okay. So I was trying to say that, you know, this guy made a boast, and it is clear, very clear, that he fulfilled that boast. You see, they are trying to discourage Nigerians from participating in this in electionary process. You know, when we say electionary process, you know, it involves campaign, it involves rallies. You know, they are trying to discourage Nigerians. You know, you could see the massive crowd that greeted the that occasion, you know, where Peter will be featured. They did that for a purpose, to achieve a purpose, and that purpose is whenever Peter Obi is around, please don't go near him, because you could be at the receiving end of violence. That action was not mainly to target Obi per se. They were not out to hurt him directly, but they came out to send a signal that, look, anytime this man is to come to Edo State, that you know, is a man of the people, and people.
All right, Mr. Paul, can you round up your thoughts in like 2 minutes or 1 minute so that others can contribute?
Okay. So, you know, he's a man of the people. They know that people will always come around him. So they are trying to discourage the people from attending events where he is likely to feature. Sure. You know, I think that we are not doing enough, because this is an existential struggle. If these people are allowed to have their way, to be honest with you, Nigeria is finished and our future is jeopardized. So my advice is this: we must stand up in defense of democracy. It is not the business of Peter Obi to defend our interest, because he is not at the receiving end. Let us not deceive ourselves. It is
exactly.
for us.
I want to agree with you. A friend the other day sent me a text, right? And there was a very trending videos at that time of one guy who was mocking that the vibe that Peter Obi was carrying as 2023 is not the same vibe as it is currently. That he remember how he struggled to even have a seat with His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi to onboard the same flight. And as at January this year, that P2B was not having that traction. And the guy sent me the video that the guy was like, you should try to have a change of strategy and all that. So there's a question I asked the guy. I said, okay, yes, whatever being the case, this is not election cycle, right? So you don't expect that traction of attention or grassroots sensitization taking effect yet. However, Nigeria is happening to you and I. We should most concern about how the government is treating you and I, not about whether there are millions of people following Peter Obi around, or maybe two persons following him around, that should not be your board of contention, because Peter Obi, as he is, he will not be a subject of what you and I are facing on a daily basis to grapple with economy, employment, security, even our family lives. Everything has been shattered by these governments that tend to destroy the economy by all means, inviting terrorists to invade our country, taking over our country, our farmland, our local farmers can no more operate the farm, and it has an overwhelming effect on the lives of our people. So I was like, you should rather be interested in how this government treats you, and what step are you personally taking, right, to salvage yourself through the movement for the new Nigeria. So not necessarily about Mr. P2B, but you ask yourself, what are you doing? And what are you going to do to add value to the movement? So that was my question to him. So please run up your thoughts in the minutes so that we can throw the microphone to others. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that beautiful contribution. To be honest with you, I know the person you are talking about, but it's not worth mentioning because I see him as a moron who only advertised his stupidity, you know, because anybody that is in Nigeria now that follows the trend of, you know, things, he will know that Nigeria, the salvation of Nigeria is the business of every Nigerian. Because these people only ganged up themselves against us, not against the elite. So when you say Peter Obi is not doing enough, is not popular, it is you. You should ask yourself question. What am I doing? What was I doing in 2023 that I have failed to do now? Because it's a struggle of the ordinary Nigerians, not the struggle. The elite do not want Peter Obi there. Just look at his support base. You will know that in short, the elite do not want him there. So it is our project. The movement to save Nigeria is the project of the ordinary man. Until we see it in that light, we will keep listening to the people who will say Peter Obi no one spend money, and because of that he will not. You want him to spend money, then why do you want the cabals, the ruling party out? Why do you want them out? These people are thieves, so they have the money to throw around. And this man is not spending money. So it means you want to remove a thief and put in another thief, because if somebody spends money the way these people are, look, let us not, I don't want to go too far, but
thank you,
the
Mr.
business of
Paul.
saving Nigeria is the business of every Nigerian. Let me round up with that. Thank you for offering me the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. We would love to be having more of your contribution subsequently. And of course, in the course of the program, before the end of the program, you might still have opportunity to make contribution. We'll be advancing now. The next contributor, please, on the subject matter. We are looking at the assassination attempt on His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, as well as the ADC membership registration that have been thrown open to Nigerians to register freely online through www.adcregistration.ng. So you can all register on that platform and ensure that you are in line as a party member, because it will be direct primaries such that every member will queue up and vote for a candidate of his choice that should emerge as the party flag bearer come 2027. So on this note, we're also looking at the ongoing PVC permanent voters card, right? Let's try to register and encourage our neighborhood to register. If anybody tells you the election doesn't count, tell them why are the politicians going around with money trying to buy votes. You understand, even these FCT council elections, some vote buyers were caught. So if election doesn't count, why should politicians be desperate, moving from every nook and crannies, trying by all means to buy voters? It shows that it works. If it doesn't work, they won't be doing it, right? So next contribution on the subject matter. You can unmute and speak. I can't see hands. You can just feel free to unmute and speak if you want to make contribution. I see Jobson in the house.
Yeah, good evening, due process.
Okay, Jobson, good evening. You're welcome to People's Parliament.
Thank you so much. And
All
I
right.
greet you, my members of the parliament, especially this evening once again. I want to emphasize on some critical issues as it affects Nigerians and how it's going to affect the Obi lovers. Let me put it this way. I won't call obedient again because there's nothing like obedient to me for now. So the Obi lovers. I was hearing Mr. Paul speaking about Obi no dey give fishy.
We are losing you.
How
What's
it all
wrong?
went last 20 years with you today. Come 2027, I must confess to you, it's not going to be funny. And it's not going to be a business as usual. The fact I keep on, if you remember early last year, I told you that the election of 2027 is going to be between the poor and the rich. And how is this poor going to work their way out to get this victory they are demanding for? It all boils down to if only they see people who can finance their movement. Because the poor are ready to come out in masses. The evangelism of Obi must become Nigeria president with D 2022 was massive. Oyeniyi is here. There was a local government we went to. We go without no single police officer. No one. If they kidnap all of us there that day, they will pick all of us like this, put us inside one bus, lock us up, nothing will happen, and Nigeria will not shake. Just because with the little one we have to manage it. Take some unnecessary risk. And I want to tell you, the fact that we are doing that in 2022, the love has dropped among the followers of Obi. I must confess to you. We shouldn't deceive Dr. Gregory Obi this time around. We should come out and tell him the truth. We, the followers, needs to be sincere with him this time around, if only we want him to become the president of this country. Because it pains me sometimes that the sacrifice I can go a long way to do, I may not have the financial capacity to do it if you leave it in my hand, which is going to affect him. I hope you get my point clear. There are some parts.
Jobson,
Yes.
your
Yes.
point is noted. And of course, some of us have amplified some of these things, right? Tonight's topic is based on the assassination attempt on His Excellency, the ADC membership registration, and the PVC registration drive. What is your position in terms of the assassination of the person of His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi? What is your position on ADC membership registration? What is your position on PVC drive? That I want to hear.
Okay.
Ka kashe tukuna zan
Before I
baka
come on
dama
to the
wannan ya gama. Ka yi muting. All right, go on. Jobson, go on, please.
The assassination of Mr. Peter Obi, like I told you the other day on the parliament, is something that it's quite unfortunate that in the Nigerian democracy today, we are having such cases, which is totally condemnable. And I don't think the present government should go that far to try to eliminate a man who has been in the front of making Nigeria a better place for Nigerians. So it's something that even we have to fault the government for not protecting his life. His life needs to be protected because he is a citizen of this country. And that is why we don't, as in Nigeria, we don't prioritize the lives of our people. No matter what, our political differences should not go after anybody's life. Going after someone's life is no longer politics. It has become something else, which I must tell you this night. And we must change our mindset from such political destruction, political troggery, political war that does not even warrant us to go into. Nigerians are suffering. If they keep Peter Obi that day, what will be their gain? Does this stop the sufferings of Nigeria? Does the struggle of obedience stop there? No. It's just unfortunate that it went and happened in Edo State. I know it is a game that they wanted to play because the so-called Ekpebolo has put himself in such ground that he is not ready to secure his life whenever it comes to his own state. But it's quite unfortunate that a sitting governor will make such statement. Somebody who should have been in the DSS custody by now. If we have a very functioning state and a very functioning security architecture in Nigeria, Okpebolo should have been in the DSS custody now, answering some questioning. Why would that happen under his watch? But it is what it is in Nigeria. And on the issue of the our ADC registration, so far so good. I'm very, very happy that though I'm seeing it as a late coming registration, which may affect the party along the line. Only if they extend the registration to over a month, it will be good. But as far as I'm concerned, if it's not being extended, desensitization for many ADC party member to register, it will be difficult because one, they haven't put the necessary structure for us to start registering from some polling units who don't have people who can register online like us, because we need to travel down to some places, do the registration for them to be registered. That is just the fact. But what are the templates being put on ground for easy access to those communities such that we'll register them as fast as possible within the stipulated time? I'm very, very happy that the registration is quite going on well, even in our own support group, Safe Nigeria support group. Our members are doing their registration so far so good now. Everyone is doing it because they have access to phones and they have knowledge enough to register. But there are some people who don't have such knowledge. How do we manage to get to them easily as fast as possible? What are the facility we create for easy registration of such people? That is just my own major concern. And I'm pleading with the ADC nationals to put a structure in place as fast as possible so that those people, we can get to them as fast as possible and get them registered as a party members of ADC as soon as possible. Thank you, the processor. I read my mic.
All right, thank you, Jefferson, for that smart contribution and for staying on the topic. Of course, the ADC membership registration is now live, and members are encouraged to go out there and register. Now there is no excuse of social party chairman is unwilling to accept my registration. Social party chairman is serving as hindrance. As it is now, the party membership is thrown open to all Nigerians who are well-meaning to be part of the ADC. All right, but permit me to switch to Hausa language. We have a guest in the Zoom studio who doesn't understand English, and he would like to communicate in Hausa language. He's a very passionate Nigerian, a passionate obedience. For those who think obedient movement is all about evils, I believe that after this program, they begin to have a rethink. On this note, I welcome my friend, my ambassador, my food soldier, a very passionate Nigerian, a passionate Northerner, Mohammed Idris. Mohammed Idris, ina yini? Mohammed Idris, kana wurin? Mohammed Idris, okay, let me help him to unmute.
Salamu alaikum.
Aha, alaikum salam.
Ya aiki ya jama'a ya kokari.
Lafiya, ya hidimomi, ya aka sha ruwa lafiya.
Lafiya lau ya program.
Gashi nan muna live. Duniya duka
To
tana
Allah.
jin me wani sako kana da shi kwanaki aka ya take shi mai girma Peter Obi a Edo State. So muna jin labari wai kamar kama shi wanda ya organize wannan attack da aka je aka atake shi mai girma Peter Obi. Kuma ga ADC membership registration da yana yin, kuma ga PVC kati na zabe da yana registration. So in ka da ne magana da za ka yi a kai sai ka yi magana a kai 2027 da muna shirya.
To alhamdulillah, 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 mun gode wa Allah da ya kamu wanga lokaci da muke program. Ina gaisuwa ga 'yan Najeriya gabaki ɗaya da 'yan Niger State da gabaki ɗaya mutane. Na farko sunana Mohammed Idris, Rafi Local Government from Niger State. Abin da zan faɗa a nan shine babban matsalan abin da ke faruwa kuma abin da muke gani da abin da ido muke gani da abin da kunni muke ji shine wannan muka gani a Edo State. Kuma shawaran da zan bada a wurin shine abin da ake kokuwa ke da saboda mu rabu da shi in Allah Ubangiji ya sa muna hannu. Allah ba zai taimaka muna idan muka ba da karfinmu muka sa bakinmu. Idan inda karfinmu ba zai kai ba, sai mu sa bakinmu a wurin ko zai yi amfani a wurin. Saboda matsalar bandits da matsalar cin amana na kasan da ake yi a Najeriya, shi yasa kwata-kwata abin bai muna daɗi ba, sai yasa muka ba da goyon baya, muka ba da support yanda political party ADC yanda insha Allah 2027 ta anshi mulkin kasan ga. Wannan kenan. Maganar registration da ake yi don Allah don annabi da wanda suke da platform da wanda ba su da shi, wanda suke da shi su yi kokari su yi sharing duk inda labari zai kai kowane ward na farko, kowane local government, daga local government zuwa ward, daga ward zuwa polling unit, a bi lungu-lungu sako-sako a sanin ma mutane cewa ana registration na ADC kuma ana registration na voters card. Baka da bakin magana kuma baka da karfin abin da za ka faɗa a wurin ko abin da za ka yi a 2027 in ba kana da voters card ɗin ba. In kana da voters card shine ainihin abin da za ka iya yi, amma duk maganan da za ka yi, duk wani kuɗin da za ka kashe idan baka da voters card ko ka je ka nemo waɗanda suke da voters card, to a ranar 2027 mu ba za ka muna amfani ba. Amma in kana da irin wannan, to a 2027 za ka muna amfani sosai. Saboda haka wanda bai da shi don Allah ya yi kokari.
Ka sai an ba da kwatance ma mutane da ba su gane da Hausa ba. What Muhammad is saying, very simple, is advocating for PVC registration. It's also encouraging well-meaning Nigerians to join the ADC online registration that is ongoing. Those are the major aspects he has talked about. So to karin bayani batun attack da aka yi ma shi Peter Obi, wane ne ka ganin wai idan aka ba shi dama zai kai Nigeria inda muke so zuwa 2027? Karin bayani.
To, gaskiya a ra'ayina ne, gaskiya a 2027 don Allah don annabi cikin manyan gada suke nan don Allah su yi haƙuri mu jaraba Peter Obi mu jaraba Peter Obi mu jaraba Peter Obi a 2027 mu bashi kuri'a a 2027 insha Allahu Allah zai taimaka mana kuma insha Allah za mu cimma matsaya ni a ra'ayina ina roƙon 'yan Najeriya don Allah su yi haƙuri a 2027 a ban ma Peter Obi wannan tikitin na sayawa takarar president na shugaban kasar Najeriya don Allah don annabi ina ba hakuri 'yan Najeriya su yi hakuri duk abin da suke ji.
Wani dalilin da ka ga ka ce sura su yi hakuri, wani dalilin da ka
su yi hakuri ku zo mu haɗa kai sai mu bashi kuri'a. Dalilin da yasa kuwa da faɗi haka shine ina hasashen in Allah da kila in ya tafi wurin in ya zama president ina hasashen in Allah da za a samu sauki a kasan ga. Saboda tattalin arziki ya yi kasa, noma ya yi kasa, duk wasu harkar kasuwanci ya yi kasa, inda ma za ka kwanta ka yi bacci a gidanka ya gagare ka, in ma ka fita kasuwa kana tunanin kidnappers toro za su zo su maka abin da ba kyau. To, shi yasa muke hasashen a ra'ayina nake bawa shawara don Allah a duba wannan bangare a bar ma Peter Obi wannan tikitin ya kasance shine contestant na president a 2027 mu fito kanmu da kwarkwatanmu mu je mu bashi kuri'a. Shawarar da zan ba 'yan Najeriya kenan. Ina roƙon alfarma wannan don Allah mu taimaka.
All right, Mangode. Mohammed is saying that going into 2027 is calling on well-meaning Nigerians to support massively His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, ensuring that he clinched the ticket of the ADC. He's also appealing to other stakeholders in the party of the ADC to please bury their selfish interests and support the candidacy of His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, because he believed that their people have suffered enough in terms of banditry, insecurity, terrorism, economy, markets. There is no enough commercial activities that is ongoing due to the economic situation. So, and he believes that His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi has that capacity to be able to change the trajectory of the country. So he's calling for support and calling on everyone to please go and register for your PVC, register for your ADC membership card so that you can also participate in the party primaries, knowing that it will be direct primaries this time around. All right, Mohammed Mungode.
To alhamdulillah ina gaisuwa da wanga gida gaba kida.
All right, he's saying hi to everyone in the house and he's thanking you all for joining. All right, we'll be moving ahead. Other contribution, please unmute and speak. We are taking a look at the assassination attempt on the life of His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. Although we heard that the perpetrator, Mr. Stephen, has been arrested in connection to the attack. We hope it's not just a camouflage trying to get someone. It should be that is the actual perpetrator of that, that attack. So the mic is open. Please feel free to unmute and have your contribution. Thank you. In no particular order. I can see hands that are up. So please feel free to unmute and speak. Do we have more contribution? Oh, Princess, sorry, I didn't click to check. Feel free to unmute and speak. Thank you. Princess, are you there? Princess Licia, your digital hand. Oh. Mohammed Bakewa, can you mute him? Princess Licia, your hand is up. Can you please unmute and speak? Okay, maybe you are struggling to unmute. I've asked you to unmute if you can. All right, I'll be continuing the conversation to see when Princess or any other one will be available to speak. I want a sample opinion in respect to 2027, the ongoing massive membership drive of the ADC is ongoing, and you can't just sit on the fence and expect that the party ticket is handed out to your preferred candidates. You can as well mobilize yourself, even while in this program or immediately after this program. You can just simply register on your mobile phone, right? www.adcregistration.ng. Go ahead and register, as well as register all your neighborhood. Tell them about the participation of His Excellency Mr. Peter B in ADC and the need for everyone to get involved so that we can participate in the primaries when it's time for primary election of the ADC, as well as be an active participant going into 2027. Again, if election doesn't count, politicians will not be begging you to collect thousands of naira just to have your votes. It shows that election counts, and we must get involved in this process to be able to turn the tide. Nigeria as a country, the citizens, we have gone through a lot. We have suffered untold stories, right? Each and every one of us are facing one battle or the other. We are all victims of the Nigerian nationhood. And in this case, I was having a discussion with a friend just this evening, and he was telling me that imagine there's no lights. And it has become a norm, you know. It's getting worse by the day. There's no power supply. We are currently running on solar. Without solar, here will be dark. You can imagine how Nigeria wants to survive. I cannot put my hands around it. How a country without required electricity generation wants to become industrialized country. It's not possible. Just earlier in the day, the governor of Niger State, that is otherwise known as Power State, there is no light. There is no light. And the governor is busy advocating that everybody should switch over to solar, that they should not expect the state government to provide them power. What does that tell you? It tells you there's failure in the system. Solar as it is, it has its limitation. It cannot power industry. It just cannot. So there is a required energy dispense that is expected that the government of the land must generate to be able to power our economy, to power the industry. So if the government has failed, and he was even shamelessly giving instances. Okay, you want to speak, Princess Licia? I've asked you to unmute, and I don't know why you cannot unmute. What's wrong? I've asked you to unmute, so unmute. Let's see if you are able to do so. If you can't, maybe you have to exit and come back again so that you'll be able to make contribution. So like I was saying, the governor was giving flimsy excuse on how it was encouraging that everybody should get a solar panel for his house. They should not be expecting the state government to provide them with power. The last time I checked, Niger State, right, is referred to as the power states. Power states. All right, Princess, I expect you to exit and come back again so that you'll be able to unmute, right? Thank you. So, like I'm saying, Niger State being a power state, struggling with power. If Niger State is struggling with power, then forget about it. I mean, with over 3 and now 4 power stations, and they cannot even power the industry. There's no power, right? For the past 2 weeks, there have been no water supply in Niger State because of lack of electricity. It's as bad as that. And I'm just using Niger State as a microcosm to describe the situation in Nigeria. In the same Niger state, the governor is busy investing billions of naira on 7 needless flyovers still under construction that even beyond 2027, they may not finish it. This is misplaced priority. You cannot provide your people with as basic as water. Yet you are investing on needless flyovers. How many Nigerians today can even fuel their vehicle? That will even say, okay, we're having gridlock, we're having a hold up, right? That want a flyover. If you cannot fly under, how can you fly over? With this hike in petrols, otherwise known as the PMS, right? With the hike in the price, we are unable to fly under. The government of APC is giving us flyover. You don't need to be told that Nigerians, we just have to fight for our freedom. We are slaves in this country. We have to fight for our freedom. And in this fight for freedom is not a fight left for one man. So for those of you that are making the mistake, thinking maybe His Excellency P2B is not doing this, he should do that. Yes, I agree with you, but as much as I do, what are you doing in your own little capacity? You have neighborhood you have not spoken to about the movement for New Nigeria. It's not too late. You can do that tomorrow. You can approach them, tell them the need why there should be a change, right? Tell them the need why all hands must be on deck. Tell them the reason why they need to vote for New Nigeria. Vote for credible candidates. In every communities, there are people who do things or believe or can be able to live up to expectation like His Excellency Mr. P2B. But the problem we have in our country is that the good people are suppressed and the bad people are celebrated because we have a system that have hijacked the country. We have criminals, drug lords that have hijacked the destiny of this country. It is on that note that you all have to take responsibility. You have to take it in your hands. Take charge of your word. Build it from now. Princess Licia, can you be able to unmute and speak now? If you can't, I will have to make you co-host. Maybe that will ease your struggle. Princess, can you speak? Or she's off. Oyeni, are you cold in the house? You've not spoken today. Or you are not disposed to speak. Mr. Emeka, you're welcome to People's Parliament. Chukwu Emeka, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining
Good
us.
evening. Thank
You
you.
have contribution you want to make on the subject matter?
I am just coming in. I never get what you're saying. So if
Yes,
I
we
have,
are taking that the attack on His Excellency Mr. P2B and the ADC membership registration have been thrown open. Everybody should register online through www.adcregistration.ng. And of course, the ongoing PVC registration, people should not forget, because that is all you need to be able to add your voice to change in Nigeria. So please, you want to have contribution, feel free to do so.
thank you so much. I agree they have. It's a good move. If everyone, every in Nigeria will cooperate, have their PVCs, later in ADC, we will be able to outsmart all these our so criminology leaders. So it's a good move. I love that. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chukwuemeka, for that brief contribution advocating that everybody must get involved. You know, previously, Nigerians, we have left politics for the garage boys. Look at the historical development of Nigeria. There are these professors, right? These teachers, right from the 50s, 60s, 70s. They say, well, I'm a professor, I'm a teacher, I don't have time, you know. How do I go and be begging garage boys to vote for me? I don't have time. And the other way around, the religious circle, right? They are like, politics is a dirty game. No, I won't get involved. I want to go to heaven. Nigerians are too religious, piously religious, ignorantly religious, right? Ignorantly. You want to go to heaven? If you haven't done earth, how do you go to heaven and do heaven? You must do earth first, right? As a matter of fact, your engagement in politics make you, okay, Princess, don't worry, I'll make you co-host and see how that works, all right? All right, you are co-host now. You should be able to unmute and speak yourself. Unmute, let's see. Princess, can you unmute? Princess, can you unmute now? I seems this is peculiar to your network or your base. You are now co-host. You should be able to unmute yourself, speak. And so, like I was saying, the Nigerian situation, our religious leaders, they've not really helped. Just a few days back, a woman approached me while I was sitting outside my house, relaxing, and she was giving me a handbill, right, that she's inviting me to church. And I told her, I said, well, as much as going to church is good, I'm somebody who is disappointed, who is unhappy with the Nigerian the Nigerian religious circle, right? And I realized the number of churches I attended in the past and how the Nigerian religious leaders have failed to be able to tell their members the truth. You see members praying to God for job, praying to God for safety against terrorism, praying to God for what to eat, praying to God for lights, praying to God for water. Amen. It's crazy. Like, how are the resources in this world, in this country? Yet, you are unable to provide your people with basic necessity. And I tell you what, there's a reason why when Nigerians travel abroad, they find it difficult to pray. You know why? Is the electricity you pray for is there? It doesn't go off. Is it employment you pray for? There are many jobs out there. It's left for you. Hourly, you are going to be paid. You don't have a problem to pray for a job. There are many industries that are out there. You go there, you work hourly, you get paid. Is it security you pray for? The country is well secured. I just read on the news this ongoing war between the US and Israel against Iran. And I read how the United Arab Emirates, otherwise known as Dubai, was able to intercept over 637 missiles from Iran. Come to think about it, reflect this situation. Ballistic missiles, 700s, were fired at UAE alone, and they were able to intercept 637. You and I are living in Nigeria. Does Nigeria have air defense system? I don't know if they have any. and I doubt the possibility. You know, we are too comfortable in failure. When we even mention the need for air defense systems, some people will even castigate and blast us that Africa, there is no war in Africa. Isn't it? Well, there is no war in Africa, but Nigeria has been facing Boko Haram since 2009 until this point. Someone that was given birth in 2009 may even be talking about marriage today. Are we going to continue with this massive failure? It shows that those countries, they value the lives of their citizens. And that's why they think about air defense system. If not that the countries like Israel values the lives of their people, by now they will have been wiped out completely. Come back to Nigeria. The Nigerian government, right, doesn't value you and I. That's why they abandon us in the hands of terrorists to finish us. The other day in Yelwata, 200 persons were slaughtered, killed. Until this day, the Nigerian government have not told us if they have caught the terrorists or not. Everywhere went quiet. As a matter of fact, even the president claimed that there's no road that could lead to that community. So what else are we saying? Am I the one to provide that road? What's the function of government that cannot provide road leading to a community? What happens to the chopper? What happens to the private jets that are wasting at the villa? This is a food for thought. It's not for me to exhaustively discuss. You ponder over it. The over 170 that were killed in Kwara State just the other day could be you and I, could be anyone. And the country keep moving on. We keep moving on. We keep moving on until when the fuel finishes, when it gets to our turn, and others will also move on. So you see, you must take responsibility as citizens to get involved in the discourse and in the solution-driven activities towards rescuing Nigeria. Today is His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. We pray that when he comes on board, there will be other like minds like him that will accelerate across the country, because we need all hands on deck. This is not time for blame game. It's not time for you to sit back and say somebody else is not doing jack. What are you doing? Consider your own self. Look at your neighborhood. Look at your community. You need to talk to people about the need to have a change. Otherwise, we are all victims waiting to happen. So I'll be reading out text. I saw some text by individuals who probably cannot speak at the moment. Licia, of course, is struggling with network. Another one again from, your device is not renamed, so what I could see alone is Oppo from other figures following. So you said, Mr. D process the General House. Good evening. This is Alhaji Ashara. Alhaji from Suleja. It's a pleasure to have you. Please, can you unmute and speak? We'd like to hear from you to know what's happening in Suleja. Suleja, of course, is obedient, one of the great obedients in Suleja. Suleja is a community where we have strong allies, and they've been very committed to the cause. So we are glad to hear from Suleja, Alhaji. Can you please unmute and speak to us before we wrap up?
Can you hear me?
Glad to have you join tonight. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, House. You are doing a great job. And I just came back from the mosque. and I just need to connect. And I said, okay, let me follow the discussion. And you are doing a great job. And sincerely, we need to change the narrative by being in charge. We have struggled, we have come a long way, and the struggle continues. We are not going to relent. 2023 have come and gone, and we have learned some lessons. But it's like some of those lessons are yet to be fully implemented. Yes, today you are discussing about the attack on our principal, but then this afternoon I saw that somebody was arrested by the DSS. Yes. I don't know if that is just a camouflage to divert the attention. He could be innocent. He could be actually the person who did the attack. Investigation is going to reveal that. So we need to follow that to the latter. I want to use this opportunity to call our attention. During the local government election, area councils in Abuja recently, I felt somehow disappointed with the ADC. Yes, I was really disappointed. My voting point is in Suleja, but being there is a public holiday, I was in Abuja all throughout, and I went round. I made sure I went round to check the system, the voting system, and I was surprised. Like in my area, we say throughout the campaign, Dr. Mo did not come to Wuse, did not come to Zone 1 in particular. APC came to our area, and the PDP councillorship came. So they felt there was the need. People that came to see them, they are going to work with that person. I tried to let them understand that they could not be in everywhere, but well, we're not looking at just the national election, the general elections, but it starts from the grassroots.
Of course.
And to tell you the truth of the matter, in certain areas, like there were 4 polling units in my area. One is 749 registered voters, but only 25 voted. Another one is 337, only 15 voted. Another one is 336, only 12 voted in that area, in that polling unit. People were disenchanted, people were discouraged. But then I was trying to let people understand that it's not only about general election, but we need to have people at the grassroots. Assuming Dr. Moore was able to win that election, it will have been a great achievement for the ADC. But people didn't come out. They were just in their homes, taking AC and then watching it online and just enjoying themselves. And they allowed the APC go to the villages and then do whatever they want to do. Cook results, change some of the results, which we saw online. And they gave us something that APC won 5 area councils and PDP won 1 area council in the FCT. To be honest, I felt disappointed. People are at home waiting for the general election. They didn't come out for the area councils. It was disappointing. Yes, I really felt it. When I went to the collection center, I told the APC, the ADC chairman, Wuse Ward, and I told him, I said, you people did not come to our area for campaign. You did not come to our area for campaign. And we need to sit down and strategize. He agreed with me that there is a need. And the due process, do you know what happened in 2023 happened again? The money for the agent because agents were not fully mobilized. It was during the day that we were able to mobilize some people, and up to the time of the collection at the collection center, agents were not paid the allowances, while APC was giving 50,000 naira to each of the agents. 50,000. And ADC did not pay agent. As at the time I left, because it was a fasting period, I left that place after 6. I left the collection center, not the polling unit, collection center. All the polling unit in Wuse, they gathered there. They have not been paid their agency, the money that they use for the allowances for that day. And it's discouraging. People fasted, for the whole day, and dedicated their time. They stayed, nothing to say thank you. Is not encouraging.
Okay, Alaji, let me add to that. I agree with you because I was part of those in the situation room. We're trying to encourage that these agents install the VoteGuard app. The VoteGuard app that will have helped to spotlight these results from each polling unit in real time. Instead of waiting for INEC to upload on IREF, we'll have our results firsthand to be able to know the true situation of the election. But at some point, the ADC, they failed us because we thought we were working in synergy to achieve results, but we noticed along the line, there were some back step, right, from these prominent aspirants that were expecting will have given some support. There were step backs. So the whole thing falls down to the shoulder of Peter B and other individuals who did their own bit. So that means there are lessons that were learned from the elections, of course. So, and we expect that we'll be able to take note of those lessons and make better outing in futuristic elections. Of course, any future election now, there must be the use of the VoteGuard app, because no matter what you do, if you don't have technology in place to be able to project these results in real time, then INEC will help to shortchange the outcome of the elections. They have done that previously, and they did that recently in the FCT area council election. So, Malam, you have a minute to wrap up your thoughts so that we can wrap up the program quickly.
Yes, yes, but I just want to suggest that there is the need for the ADC to do a serious housekeeping. Seriously. Yes, we can't go to 2027 elections the way we are right now. There is a serious need to know people to the grassroots, to the polling unit. We need to have the governing council of the ADC up to the polling unit that is well coordinated, so that we can be able to attain the change that we need.
Yes.
I think I will stop here while you continue with the discussion, but meanwhile, I'm enjoying the discussion. Yes, thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Alhaji Ashara. Thank you. How's Madam?
She's doing fine. She's doing fine.
It's a pleasure to have you. And I expect that you're working towards 2027 as well. We want to see you in the House of Assembly come 2027.
Right now, I'm just trying to build my career as a professional procurement officer. You understand? Not all of us are going to have a political offices, but if all of us leave the civil service and join politics, it's not going to do well for the system. The politicians need the technocrats to drive the government at the end of the day.
Definitely. All hands.
Yes.
It's all right. Thank you all the same. And we are glad that we have your caliber in Suleja that is holding forth. And we want you to encourage more of your likes to get involved, join COPDEM in whatever capacity, and contribute meaningfully towards the success of the New Nigeria mantra. On this note, do we have further contribution? Any further contribution before we draw close for the program of the day? All right. Is on this note, I want to thank everyone that have joined, being part of the program, as well as those who find it difficult to unmute and make their contribution. The network has been very unfriendly, and I want to say thank you for joining, and God bless. Do have a lovely evening, and I remain your host, Mr. Ako Christian Oche, otherwise known as Due Process. It was a pleasure having you on COPDEM Media TV. See you another time. God bless you and good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Yeah.